Happy New Year, Majors. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, and if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. Some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about. For those of us who grew up in the 80s, we loved this show. As a kid, I found it fascinating how these renegade soldiers could blend into any town and get anybody out of any jam. The best part about the show was the plan. They would usually come to the side of someone who sought out their help. Normally, there was some corrupt politician or drug dealer or some other thug that was wreaking havoc on some poor townspeople. Then the A-Team would come in, and through a series of tricks and cons and subversive measures and disguises, decoys, they would figure out the weak points of the bad guy. Then they would make a final plan of attack. They would take everyday household items and tools from a garage and they'd make this arsenal. Then a fight would take place. There'd be lots of explosions. Surprisingly, no one would ever die, and I'm happy for that. Then the A-Team would save the day, and Hannibal, their boss, he would end every show almost saying, "I love it when a plan comes together." Now, with all the cool things about the A-Team, there are some things that were quite troubling to me. Although they say they were falsely accused, at the end of the day, they really are fugitives from justice who justified their criminality with good works. That's a whole theology lesson right there. They also operated under a facade. No one could ever really know their identity. That's another theology lesson for another day. And then even their best laid plans didn't free them from the reality of their drama. See, often our plans run into detours. Detours are inconvenient distractions from your original pre-planned route. But detours aren't always a bad thing. Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand." What detours did you face in 2023? What plan did you have that didn't quite come together? What dreams did you enter into 2023 with that went sideways 90 days into the year? Listen, it's a brand new year, and over the next few weeks, we're gonna look at the life of a man named Joseph, and we're gonna talk about dreams and plans. In Genesis 37, verse 5, it says, "Now Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more." Joseph had a dream, and his brothers hated him for it. They hated him so much, they sold him into slavery. God gave Joseph a dream that he would one day see his brothers bow down before him, but much of Joseph's life looked more like a nightmare than a dream. Have you been there? Your life looking more nightmarish than dreamlike? If so, remember Proverbs 19:21. "Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand." Next week, we'll jump deeper into Joseph's story.